Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The drive will start with an option going left. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. At the 19-yard line. To throw, Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Throwing is Williams. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw is Williams. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Williams. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
At their own 16-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Barber. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your crosses get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Here we go, set.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Buccaneers at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. When you talk about this Jets defense, they're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Kicks away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Williams. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
The Bucs take over first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running with Barber out of the gun. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. To the air, Williams. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A first catch there for Wilson and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And some room to maneuver. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A pitch comes to Hall. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, we're going to milk the clock. Here, we just have good ball control. This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield, and allow the play to be successful.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. They'll stay on the ground with Barber. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Back to throw now on first down. Open man is Ibuka. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Get it!
They'll set up a throw. Setting up the screen here, it's Barber. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Great play there. His 2nd touchdown again, his 3rd on the year. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Williams. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Williams. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are back within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. He's got Ibuka. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Irving. A solid stiff arm. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throws is complete on the diving effort. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
70, Denver Wolf. Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Williams throwing to start the drive. Williams looking to do it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Three. Let's go.
Third quarter starts with a run by Barber. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Chambers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Come on. Set. Go.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
A 59-yard attempt.
And the 10-year ban knocks it through the goalpost. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Throwing to start the drive, Williams. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Fighting through, he's got space. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving, 64 yards. And the Buccaneers add 6 to their lead. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
The Jets take over 1st and 10. They're on 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Williams throwing to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Running left, it's Hall. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and 11. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Williams to the sideline and incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Unlock Lions.
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Elijah Cansey in on the stop.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They'll go play action here with Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or really something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
2nd and 10. They'll give the Hall. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator He's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Garrett Wilson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets get a bit closer. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Williams going to throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 45 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great job, great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Here we go. Stack. Crack all 80.
They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Chambers. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready? Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready?
And they will take a knee here.
Back. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Hut, hut.
And they take a knee.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Cougar 19.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they've got to feel good about this performance.